Hey everyone, Alexander here again. Today I want to talk about vaporization, decarboxylation of your cannabis, how to reuse your flower and get the most bang for your buck, I guess, and AVB, or already Vaped Bud, and what you can do with that. Because if you have a dry herb vaporizer, you can reuse that cannabis unless you bake it until it's fucking burnt. But anyways, so let's start. I have two tabletop vaporizers. I have a couple of handheld flower vaporizers, but I've never really found one that I liked. I have two tabletop vaporizers. One is very old, very shitty. It's your very basic Easy Vape, one of these, just fucking boxes with a hose, and you put your flower in here, and then toss it on here, turn this up, and basically what vaporization does, instead of burning your cannabis, it bakes it. And so when you make edibles, you have to have your cannabis decarboxylated, which means that the THCA has been activated into THC, whether that's via combustion or decarboxylation, aka like baking it, basically, because these are like little ovens. Instead of burning your bud, it bakes it, and we'll turn it into a very nice, your bud is decarbed. I keep a little jar, like a spice jar, for all my AVB. Let's see if I can get a good view on this. It should look very brown. I'm sorry, I wanted to do this video with my actual camera, but I don't have a good, what the fuck is that thing called?
No need to apologize.
Why is my phone talking? I don't have a good flip screen or whatever, so I have to figure out a way to either hook it up to my computer or TV, or put together some mirror fucking concoction so that I can see that, I'm in frame and I'm in focus and whatnot. So, again, another fucking webcam video. But so this is an easy deluxe vape, your very basic flower vaporizer. The first one I ever got, I think it was like $80 or something. They're pretty damn cheap. The box is not, I don't think I have it in correctly, and it doesn't want to close. I do not use this thing anymore, really, because I updated a couple years afterwards to this guy, the Vaporize Ultimate 2.0. I've heard, and I've never used a Volcano vaporizer, but I have heard, of course, many things about it. I feel like it's one of those vaporizers, or tabletop vaporizers, at least, that almost everybody kind of knows about, because it's been around for a long time. You hear about it, and people are like, oh yeah, it's fucking shit. I personally really like my Vaporize, because it can do what the Volcano does, plus more. It has the ability, so here it is, right here. Let me unplug it. There's nothing going on with it. So this is it right here. It also comes with an attachment, so you can have multiple. So yeah, this is where the hose goes. If anything, I need to clean the hoses or get new hoses, or just use the other ones, because I only use like one ever. But basically, you attach the hose, and you've got your vaporizer. It comes with another attachment for this top, where this comes off, that has four attachments, just like on the box. where you can use it hookah style. It also comes with bags with caps, so you can use it sort of like the volcano and just fill a bag. It has, along with temperature, it also has a fan, so you turn up the temperature, turn up the fan, and it will just fill this big bag with cannabis, which I don't know where I put the bag, but I think it's behind my TV, so I don't want to grab it because I don't want to edit this video. But yes, that's just kind of the two vaporizers I have, and I personally really enjoy. I've tried the PAX, one of the PAX handheld vaporizers, the Snoop, like the G Pen or whatever the fuck it's called, and I just don't like the handheld flower vaporizers. They're very difficult to control, or feel like you have an accurate, like a good way of monitoring the temperature, or can't really choose much. But again, I haven't really tried that many. I've also tried, I think it's called the, I think it's called the Airizer Pro or something. That one I actually kind of like, because I use it like the, oh shit, I should have looked up the name of these products before making this video, but there's, it's called like the Toke machine or something like that, and it's a combustion pen though, but it has an attachment so you can put it in your like water pipes and whatnot. And this also and the Airizer Pro has also this small like rubber mouthpiece that fits perfectly inside a 14 millimeter downstem, or bowl piece, or wherever you want. Like if you want to use attachments or whatever on your bongs, it works. So I kind of like that about it. But also just like the chambers are small, they get clogged very easily. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, so that's my discussion on like my vaporizers. Why I would suggest vaporizing over smoking for some people. I would recommend, well, vaporizing tends to be easier on your lungs. It tends to be healthier. It is healthier, actually. So a lot of people who don't, want to use it medicinally and not want to, hurt them, like smoke or cause potential damage to their lungs, vaporization is a good option. Just like using concentrates, that is technically vaporization. The cool thing about this guy too is, so you untwist it, and this is where your flower is loaded. You can see I've got some in there for whenever I decide to use it. But it also comes with another silver thing for concentrate, so it can do both. It's saying it can do fucking everything, and it's so much cheap. It was like $200 cheaper than a fucking volcano, so awesome. I think so. But I've had it for a couple of years. There's probably better products out on the market. If I had the money, I would explore, but I don't. But so back to why using vaporization, and what are the effects of vaporizing versus smoking. In my experience, vaporizing and smoking are quite similar, except vaporizing kind of takes a bit longer to take effect, and it's a bit smoother, and it tends to, instead of getting, hit straight to the face, kind of feeling, it tends to be a smoother experience than smoking can be, unless you take, fucking baby hits. Different vaporizers have different, pros and cons, like the Easy Vape, that has just temperature control, that has no airflow control, and also it's kind of a pain in the ass with that hose. Like, you have to be careful to, when I did use it when I first got it. My friend and I, we would lean the back of it up on and sit it on like a grinder or something, so that when we put the hose on, we did not spill the cannabis onto the coil. I've never had to replace any parts from that thing. I have never had to replace any parts for my Vapier, and I've had both of these for at least 5 years, probably. I've had them for many years, and they still work great. But, so another pro with vaporization, besides, so coming on a bit slower and having a bit more of a body effect than mental effect. I guess that'll also depend on the strain you use. I've always noticed a bit more body effect than mental effects with vaporizing, though, regardless of the strain. But again, everybody will experience cannabis in different ways. I always recommend start low, go slow, all the, just general basics and common sense of using any substance. But another benefit of using a flower vaporizer is the AVB, the already vaporized bud, and what you can do with that. So, AVB, your vaporized bud, it's your bowl or whatever is basically done when your cannabis is kind of brown and it smells like burnt popcorn slightly. Like, not heavily burnt black. If you've gotten your cannabis black from vaporizing it, you've definitely overbaked it. But, and it can be hard to tell when, like, how decarbed it is and whatnot from just using a vaporizer. But I think it's a great way to save money and save on your own stash, and like, I'm a person who will not smoke resin, especially flower resin. Like, it's horrible taste. There's no point. It makes me so nauseous. There's no point to it. But AVB, on the other hand, technically, yes, you can smoke it again. It's not as powerful, but you can take your AVB. It looks black in there because I've painted this thing green, but it's about like halfway full. But you can take your AVB and fill a bowl with it, and most people recommend like adding some keef to give back some trichomes and have a better high. It doesn't taste exactly the best, but my favorite part, or my favorite thing to do with AVB, is save up, have enough, and either use it to turn into butter, tincture, any sort of edible product, because it's already decarboxylated. So I feel like I got the use from vaporizing it, and now I can use it again instead of just putting it in the oven and decarbing it that way and just getting one use of making edibles from it. This way, yeah, I get to vaporize plus make edibles. Because by vaporizing, you are decarbing your weed. And the easiest, you can do many things, of course, make butter, tinctures, oils, things like that with AVB. You can also just do some, like, really fucking lazy, simple edibles that I actually really recommend. I don't personally think AVB tastes that bad. I would not recommend, dumping, a fucking eighth on a slice of pizza or something ridiculous. But basically, because it's already decarbed and ready to eat, you could technically put it in capsules. I've read mixed reviews about the safety of doing that. But it would technically work if you just ate it. Unlike, non-decarboxylated cannabis, if you eat, there's not much point. But when it's decarbed, very easy edibles. I mean, if you get a fucking pizza, anything that has fat and, oil, the stuff that THC needs to bind to really activate in your body, just mix it in with, sprinkle it on some pizza, and it tastes kind of like oregano, at least in my opinion. I like to add it to mashed potatoes with a little butter. It gives it some flavor and, kind of like that, oregano-y, chivey, spice, whatever that you would put in mashed potatoes. It tastes really fucking good. Trying to think of other things. The obvious firecrackers of, a cracker with peanut butter and then some AVB. Very obvious things. Those are just a couple examples. But it's a really great... Vaporizers tend to be, depending on what you get, they can be a bit of an investment. I want to say this was maybe $150, and also, yes, from a long time ago, a friend and I were just fucking around and put googly eyes on everything, and then they're still on my damn vaporizer, and it's supposed to look like he's stoned. I don't know why my vape's he, but yeah, it's supposed to look like my vape is stoned. But basically, for that thing, you turn it on, turn the temp to whatever you want. It has a range from 0 to 420, and then it has a large fan range of, I think, 7 to 10 options. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's not plugged in, so can't really tell that. But yeah, basically that's my spiel on vaporizing. I can't remember if there's anything else I want to talk about. If there's anything I missed, I will cover it in a future video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. That would be awesome. I really hope you enjoy this video and this helps some people, give some people some ideas. Again, even with AVB, if you've never consumed it as an edible, start with a small dose and work your way up. Instead of just... I've seen pictures of people dumping, because I used to look up, AVB recipes, and every now and then I still do, because I want to find out new things I can make with it. I have mixed in with pasta, too, with, a creamy sauce, something that has fat, like Alfredo sauce or something like that. It's interesting. If you like the taste of... Oregano is just the best thing I can think of, but it's like Italian kind of seasoning. It's not... I personally don't think it tastes bad, but I have seen pictures of people dumping and covering pizzas with it to the point where it really does look disgusting. I recommend just, sprinkle, a gram, not even a gram, just whatever amount, looks good, and then have yourself another fucking slice of pizza with a little bit more AVB. I have made brownies instead of using oil or butter, or I'll use a bit of butter plus oil, or / oil plus sprinkle. When I make brownies, at least, and edibles, I tend to dose individually. I have a special tray that has, it's one of those silicone trays that's divided and got 24 brownie slots, so I'd sprinkle a little bit of AVB in each one, and I tend to find them surprisingly more powerful, my homemade edibles with my AVB, to be more powerful than any edibles I've gotten from a dispensary so far, minus a couple items, but generally just on the first try. That dispensary item will get me a nice high, versus sometimes AVB can feel like it fucks me up. So that's why I also recommend use small amounts before you know what works for you. Again, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of long. I hope I covered everything I wanted to. If there's anything I missed or any questions, again, leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys again later. Have a good day.